Yeah, so I mean, this is the most rivalry-y game of all of them, maybe besides the Egg Bowl, but I still think Ole Miss has a bigger edge in that game. I mean, this one really has um, a lot on the not only a lot on the line, but just it's as close to a pick 'em, I think, as there is out there. I think that it comes down to two aspects of the game: which offensive line plays better for each of the teams. Both A&M, just to give an idea of the defensive fronts that both these teams have, A&M is second in the country in sacks, averaging 3.55 per game. Texas is third, averaging 3.63 a game. However, Texas's offensive line is 93rd in the country in tackles for loss allowed and 78th in the country for sacks allowed. A&M first in the country for tackles for loss allowed, 11th in the country for sacks allowed. They certainly have had the better offensive line play. They're finalists for the Joe Moore Award, which goes to the best offensive line in the country. And so if A&M's offensive line can hold steady against a very good Texas defensive front, I think that gives them a huge advantage in this game, because those defensive fronts are going to be what affect the game the most in this. I think that the second thing is special teams. You look at punt returners for both teams. You have Casey Concepcion for the Aggies, who has been outstanding. Had that the first time he touched the ball on a punt return against UTSA, he took it to the house. He's averaging about 20 yards per run. The LSU game, when I said it seemed like everything was lost for the season at that point, he comes back and gets that punt return early in the second half that kind of jump started everything. On the Texas side, it's Ryan Niblett. He's averaging about 24 yards per return and had huge runs against Oklahoma in the Red River Rivalry. And then he had the game-tying touchdown on a punt return against Mississippi State. That went to overtime, and Texas was able to win that. I think if Texas's offense maybe has some of the struggles it's had, it can get itself back into the game with a couple of big returns from Ryan Niblett. I think that is a huge factor in this game. All that being said, I do think that the Aggies just still have a little bit more firepower on offense. The defense has looked great. This should be a game that A&M wins. In everything we've done this week, I've had A&M winning 38-31. They've stayed pretty close to their scoring average most all season, which is 39 points. So I'll take it 38. The thing I don't like, I know one of my colleagues had A&M winning by a field goal. When you talk about special teams, don't like the kicking situation for A&M right now. Both